you're impressed that it that anybody was even able to shoot that thing.
Well, someone managed to open the window, so that means they shot it at point blank range.
They might as well just stab me with it.
They didn't actually shoot the arrow. They just kind of tossed it like a small spear.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna look outside of the window and see if I can see anybody retreating into the night.
yeah, is this like, when was this? Did I wake up and the arrow was in me? Or...
No. The arrow piercing your skin was what woke you up.
Okay, I was like, did I just wake up? Like, I do believe I have been shot.
Okay,
I described it a little weird, alright? I'm sorry.
How long has that arrow been there?
How long did I go to bed with that in there?
You look outside, you don't see anyone in particular. There are a lot of dark alleys, and the streets are very crowded and tight, so it's hard to notice anything.
Okay, what's the time in the game?
It's after midnight.
And is there any curfew in the town?
No, there's no curfew.
Oh,
I'm going to suggest to Eli that we wake the others up.
I concur with that and see if perhaps anyone could lead the note, because I do believe they were trying to send us some sort of message. Perhaps not in the most conventional methods, but...
Alright, you wake your teammates up, and
Is
they
John
all
a
gather
dragon?
in your room, wondering why you didn't scream in pain when you were shot.
Is John a dragonborn? I thought he was human.
No, he's human.
I'm human, but for some random reason I picked dragon.
He's,
Okay.
Second language.
he's a human, so he gets a bonus language.
Okay. Well, I don't know if anyone here is fluent in whatever this letter is, but it was shot into my arm in the middle of the night.
I do.
Well, that's very convenient. John, would you like to read for us?
John, you read the letter, and it's very simple and very basic, and you're actually kind of appalled that nobody else could read this. It simply states, "Kill him or die."
Well,
Huh. Oh, this could be through anybody.
Well, I do believe if they are resorting to sticks with sharp stones at the end of this, perhaps we have overestimated our enemy.
I think that you mean underestimated. Apparently,
No, they sticks with stones. That is lame.
but that means that they have eyes everywhere.
That is true. Well, we don't have a meeting with Muzarog until another 3 days, so if we are going to act, we better act quickly then, or else these messages will most likely continue.
I think that we
Perhaps
should attempt to reschedule our meeting. By which
Yes,
I
I
mean,
don't believe he's that busy. Basically, I think he's bullshitting about his busyness.
Yeah.
we should either confront him in his home, or we should find out where we can find him outside of his home when he's not on duty.
I concur.
So, now I'm not sure that we want to risk just barging into his house in the middle of the night. That could cause a rather loud misunderstanding.
That's why I do believe when I suggested we have a thief among us, perhaps we can sneak into his home. It appears that we have reached a point where urgency has really taken the forefront here. We can't really go to sleep without the fear that these messages will continue to come.
The other
Why?
option we have is Wes is still in town, isn't he? We could ask him just, if he knows anything about how.
You can ask what's the mad. Alright.
Well, no, it's just a suggestion, to see if he knows about, the network that Owain has in town. To get the eyes off us, if you know what I mean.
I'm afraid it'll turn my weapons purple or something.
Oh, don't be such a... Who cares?
I'm also he is a bit insane, so I'm not even sure if he'll be forthright with us for any reason. He has no reason to be forthright with us. I
I'm
mean,
not sure it would hurt, though.
it may not hurt, but it may not help. But at least it probably won't hurt.
Do you want to go right now in the middle of the night?
That might seem a bit suspicious.
Well, looky here. Do we need to decide something?
Well,
I'm
the
all
only thing,
for,
the only thing that we could do right now would be to go see if we could infiltrate Khan's home.
I'm not opposed to this plan.
What do you all think?
Yeah.
If
I'm
these
okay with
messages are being sent at nightfall, it means that we need to act soon. We don't have time to sleep.
Quite.
All right. Well then, let's go to Khan Mazarad's home.
Quite. I'll get my stuff.
Okay. So you're gonna be traveling as a group, or one by one, or what?
Are these... Who's out on the streets? Because it may look suspicious, a group of 5 people just walking around.
The streets are pretty much barren and empty. Except for the occasional guard or the occasional, shady figure.
I can. I can go by myself, but if that means that anything bad happens, I'm gonna be by myself.
Yeah, I don't trust you having anyone alone at the moment.
Well, what are our options? Well, we could split into a group of 2 and a group of 3. And
Stealth is a matter at nightfall. I am also quite skilled.
No, perhaps you and Drew can go on ahead and see if you can sneak your way into Mr. Musarog's estate, and then we can follow along afterwards and not sneak in because
Big
we are
duty plate
clumsy
armor
and
is not
big.
really built for stealth.
We are big and clumsy.
That I'm aware. No, I just stare at the big stone-made hole in your shoulder that you didn't care about.
It'll heal. Look at here. Fine, I'll heal it. I use my.
You've taken it out. I assumed you already patched it up when you took it out. I don't want you to fuck up that heal check because then you're just gonna make it worse.
No, you use healing word. Just heal it and then sit there
We're
for
gonna have
5
to
minutes, wait for it to
amputate.
recharge.
all right.
All right. So what's your plan?
We should split into 2 different groups, so that we won't have a big group of 5 people. If you want, we could have the 2 more stealthy people go on ahead, or we could also split up by race, because that might also look a bit less suspicious to have, a group of humans and a group of elves, as opposed to a combination.
It's completely up to you guys. I will let you know though, since this all's fair, there are a lot of different races here in Wyrmwick, so
okay.
it doesn't really matter.
If the council has made the innkeeper that we are a group, made aware that the innkeeper that we are a group, then
If that is the situation we are in, then we are fucked beyond our wildest imagination. So let's just act on what we know now.
Yeah. So once again, what is our goal if we're going to conference? Just basically.
I believe we should have you two see if you can break into his establishment and let us in.
What is our objective? We're trying to determine whether Hawkeye is trustworthy and whether we shouldn't kill him.
Whether we can, we need to determine whether or not Hawkeye is acting completely according to the intentions of the council. Because if he is not, then we can bring him before the council, and hopefully he will be exposed for his crimes and be tried according to the law.
Yeah, and removed from the equation, which I believe is what Orain wants to begin with.
If the problem goes deep, if the council is aware of his actions, and the problem goes deeper, we can't really.
Owain's intention was very clear.
Orain wants him dead, but I do believe that removing him from the equation will be good enough, as it were. I have no intention of killing someone, and justice will do just fine.
Owain doesn't sound like a man who operates on justice, so he may not be speaking with the same words you are.
Okay, so Eli and Kithra, you're gonna try to break into his house.
Drew and Kithra.
Oh, Drew and Kithra. I'm sorry, Eli.
Eli just goes away. I do believe.
Well, looky here. Okay,
I do believe you need to try harder to pick that lock there.
I do believe I have an enormous mace that lights up like a big, lights up like a fucking lamp.
I just
All right,
stare at
Am I
Eli.
being sneaky now?
All right, so should the other 3 of us just be waiting for them to break in nearby, or should we be sticking around here?
We should get some kind of signal for them to be able to tell us.
I could be all thief and have some sort of noisemaker arrow and just shoot into something that makes noise, but not enough noise to alert everyone else.
All right, so we will all be going to the building, but only 2 will be trying to infiltrate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. So where does he live?
You mean we didn't find that out?
No, we only found information about him, not where he lived.
Fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. I'll give it to you.
I was like, I assume we found that out when we found out. Like, we found out his wife's dead, and her decapitated head was never recovered, but we don't know where
So
he
you
lives.
see, that's why he sleeps with all those prostitutes all the time. I see. And do you know his address? Nope.
All right, you know where he lives, and you travel to his. I guess you could describe it as a manor. It's quite a large house compared to most of the other residences you've seen here. It's a basic construction, wood, concrete, stone. Nothing fancy, no marble. Definitely glass. Lots of rooms. It's got 3 stories, so it is much larger than most residences, but not made of anything particularly fancy. You notice that there's an entrance to the front. But you have not infiltrated his property per se, so you can't really tell any other way.
Okay, is there any sort of guards around?
Aside from the occasional town watch that patrols the streets, you don't notice any sort of guards or guard activities.
Okay, I look at Drew like, what do you think is the best entrance to get in?
We're gonna have to try to find some way that gets us in there without drawing too much attention to ourselves. This is such an annoying plan, and my view's also obscured. Let's see. I guess the one option is try to find some sort of entrance from either the side or the rear. And most likely, whatever involves us in not getting into, we'll have to basically navigate around the guards' paths, if anything.
So basically, your suggestion was no suggestion. Excellent. The DM is going to chime into your heads here and make a suggestion.
Oh God, it is happening again!
Eli, this is God speaking. You must tell the thieves that they need to case the yard so that they can see all of the house.
Did you guys hear that?
No.
And we're just standing like 20 meters in front of you going, stop shouting!
I'm trying. Map Tools is messing up on me, so I'm trying to fix my view on it right now.
There you go, yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
All right. I haven't drawn anything. If that's what you're
Yeah,
wondering.
it's just we're it's make believe.
I know. It's just like, well, right. Here's what. Let's first just move
God,
around it.
Dire bear down there.
Let's just
I hope that's just a remnant from the old map.
let's navigate around the property and let's just see what the lay of the land is here first. And then
Okay. Guys, both of you are going to need to roll stealth checks if you're going to do that.
22.
2 for Drew.
What the hell is this?
Botch.
Wait, what am I?
Shut up!
Guys, I'm stealthy. I have a +4 to stealth.
Oh. Never mind. All right, so you guys are quite stealthy, and you case around the manor. You notice it's 3 stories high. On the east end of the manor, on the side yard, you notice there seems to be a cellar door there. All of the windows seem to be closed. You don't see any real entrance there. You don't notice any patios or anything like that. It's straight, just windows. In the backyard, you notice several dog houses, although they don't seem to be currently occupied. You do notice there are 3 dog houses in the backyard. And you notice one very large door leading out to the yard. I should clarify. It's not just a yard. It's pretty much a plot of land behind the behind the manor that goes out into forest. And on the west side, you don't really notice anything of interest other than more windows.
Well, we can we either can deal with a large battle line from behind, or we